and pull me over. Va bajando, vamos. So hopefully va bajando. Nos vemos. So we got the police action right here. So I'm gonna squeeze my clutch and float down to neutral. That way it don't pull me over. A lot of police cars out here. That's a trip. Look how beautiful Medellin is. I don't know if you guys can see it on my right side over there, but just look how amazingly beautiful the city is. It's really nice, really nice. So how do I feel with a super bike here in Colombia? I feel good, and that's the first way I'd describe it. It's a completely different country, obviously. Not that the rules are that different, but you got to be careful about a lot more different things because there's a different riding culture out here, you know? And one thing I'm really missing from America is having big open highways where you can really open up these bikes. And another thing I'm not missing is the amount of police action that's all over America, where they just hide in bushes or hide behind any item they can, like a puente, what's the word in English, like a bridge, just so they can pull you over and chase you down. You don't get that here, you know? You don't get that at all here. What happens is, like you just saw right there, there's two kind of people that can pull you over here. You've got the police, who are the national police, who obviously police are the police. Then you have the transit officers. They're really the people who deal with people on the street most of the time. And what they'll do is they'll get like 5 or 6 of these guys, put up a bunch of cones. There's certain apps that will let you see kind of like where they are if someone's reported it, and you can kind of use those to kind of measure like what route you want to take. Not that I'm saying to deliberately avoid these people, but I mean, like, unfortunately sometimes like they take advantage of their power, and it's better to just not deal with them in the first place, to be honest. So what we got here, obviously it's a public street. So because it's a public street, you're not going to have like full clearance. Hopefully the traffic is not going to be like this all the way. So this is a slight uphill part, but then realistically we're going downhill. And that affects how you ride because you're going to have more pressure on the front of your suspension, so it affects you in corners. Unlike Miami, Medellin is full of curves. So that's another talent you need to learn being out here. If you're used to flat ground like Miami, this is more like the California hills, man. Like, you got curves out here. And then the only bad thing about here, well, not only, but one of the things is that when you're riding a super bike, you're on the most powerful vehicle most of the time, which means that your performance, like your acceleration, is way higher than what everyone else can do. So you gotta be careful because like you could be going through a corner, you know, going pretty fast, and mid-corner there's a slow car right in front of you, blocking you off, you know. So you kind of be like, you gotta do a little bit of planning with how you're gonna attack these corners. Now I'm not gonna act like I'm Rossi out here, you know. Most of the time, if I'm going slow, if I don't hit it correctly, that's rider skill. It's not the corner, it's me. So what I gotta do now is I think I've reached the limit of what I can do as an individual rider, and go to take like more individualized pro classes to increase my lean angle and my technique. See what this guy wants to do. Is he moving or not? He's not. There was almost no traffic going on, but rush hour is coming. Rush hour is coming soon. Hopefully we can get around these guys and ride just a little bit. But if you're wondering what it's like riding in Colombia, this is it right here, man. Being surrounded by 5 motors on all sides. If you look at it right here, the motors occupy. Oh, this is a cool little bike. What we got right here? I've never seen this before. Bento 250. I don't even know what company this is. Never seen this bike before. I'll have to look it up when I get to the crib. Anyway, yeah, so riding in Colombia means being surrounded by other motorcycles almost all the time and having to manage that. So you're not even got to manage the cars in front of you. You got to worry about the motorcycles on your left and right side. But we got to get around this traffic in a little bit because this kind of sucks. Alright, cool. I think we're gonna have some clearway right here. I think we're gonna be good right here. Yeah, right. Woo! Yeah. That was nice. Little XL right there. Get around these guys. Like I said, you gotta be careful because these are blind curves. So you don't know who's around the curve. You always gotta be careful. Because my back is so powerful, I can hang out in second a lot. I don't have to go to third too often. But you can tell that the bike, like she wants to go. She's just gonna be limited by I would say rider ability, which is me, and then by traffic. Let's go straight right here. And the brakes are amazing. Ooh, what we got here? Oh, it's a U-turn, so that's why they're stopped. Got a little police car down there, but it's moving, so I don't think they're pulling anyone over. Yeah, dude. So like, you know, riding in Colombia is cool. I would say like because the speed limits are a lot lower here, it's a little bit annoying, and you got to get out of the city to like really enjoy your bike. If you're gonna be in the city, you're not riding the bike anywhere close to its capabilities at all. And one thing you definitely gotta get good here is get good with your curves, and account for the fact that you got both cars and motorcycles out here. So because the traffic sucks here, I was hoping to go down the street and have a really good time. But I mean, with all this traffic, it's better just to go home and just be happy I got to ride the bike a little bit, to be honest. Should have rev bomb right there. Oops. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end the video here, and we'll see you guys in the next one.